Welcome to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him at GodsFiveMinutes@gmail.com. Now, here's Ed Wilson with God's 5 Minutes.
Hello, friends. David wrote in the 4th Psalm, "Stand in awe and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. Offer the sacrifices of righteousness and put your trust in the Lord. There be many that say, who will show us any good? Lord, lift up the light of thy countenance upon us." All creation surrounds us with forces greater than ourselves. The tremendous mysteries of the night sky with its unimaginable distances and glimmerings from far-away worlds tantalizes us with wonder at the secrets they contain and unchangingly have for aeons past. The ceaseless tides move the oceans of the world with irresistible force. It isn't hard to be in awe of God's handiwork. The most majestic of these is we complex beings with our profound capacity for art, music, humor, kindness. It is beautiful to be able to look on the world about us, at ourselves, and at the Holy Bible with reverence and vast respect. It is even better when the splendor of God's expressions in our lives induces us to act in the happiest manner available to people. Sin not. The language of these verses implies that sin is a choice. When a person has made the right one, brought prior failures to Jesus' feet for absolution, then the next part of the verse becomes one of life's great delights. Commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. In many ways, the ancient Hebrew understanding of self was not deficient to ours, although the words we have learned to use to express its different aspects are perhaps less science-specific than ours. When we say heart, we tend to think of the seat of affections and emotions, but to those ancestors it was much more. It included ideas like self-importance, self-image, security or insecurities, and the various aspects of personality like narcissism and even some aspects of sexuality. Being at one with the universe means being at one with the God of the universe, and those who reach that happy state are what David was talking about when he spoke of communing with our own hearts when the day has come to its end and we give ourselves to repose. It is miserable in the moments when our world has become still and we are awaiting dreamland to have haunted visions dance before our eyes of wrongs we have done, people we have mistreated, dark lusts we have entertained. As Shakespeare wrote, "O sleep, O gentle sleep, nature's soft nurse, how have I frighted thee that thou wilt no more weigh my eyelids down?" That's not how life was meant to be. Down the holy pathway of following Jesus lies the deepest fulfillment of all life's greatest ambitions and aspirations, so that those passions which are healthy and wholesome, which fit in God's purpose, move steadily toward satisfaction, while those which we in our folly imagine we want are gently slipped away from us by a divine hand, so that when we spend our day's last waking hours, there is a contentment and peace we find from communing with our own inward person as it's been transformed by salvation that makes sleep a gentle thing indeed. Heaven's peace in the soul brings stillness. Next, the verses read, "Offer the sacrifices of righteousness and put your trust in the Lord." The sacrifices of righteousness are a broken spirit and a contrite heart. There's a lot to be said about these concepts, but for today, let's distill them in a couple of thoughts. It's a valuable thing to have enough humility to be able to tell someone you misunderstood, or you were too hasty, or just did the wrong thing, and to ask forgiveness. Just having enough self-honesty to look at your own performance and see that what you did that led to your present situation goes a long way toward being able to get into fewer situations. Solomon told us most men will proclaim everyone his own goodness, but a faithful witness who can find? Being strong enough to look at ourselves in the mirror of life and acknowledge what we find there is an important key to peaceful nights. And then when our day is lived and we've committed all to our Maker, how peaceful the simple faith that comforts our souls.
You have been listening to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him by email at GodsFiveMinutes@gmail.com. Tune in next time to hear more encouraging thoughts from God's Word on God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson.
Never miss your favorite show again. For more than 30 years, KNEO has been bringing you great Bible teachers on a local and national level. And now, we've made it easier than ever to hear from these great men and women of God. KNEO's entire lineup is now available to listen anytime, anywhere, through our website. Go to kneo.org/podcast to see all the options. You can search for programs alphabetically, or you can select individual categories like culture, kids, leadership, or music. We even have a category just for locally produced programs, so you can hear from pastors and spiritual leaders located right here in the 4-state area. And all these resources are absolutely free. KNEO's mission is to get God's Word in front of you, and this is one of the ways we do it. Give it a try today. Go to kneo.org and click on the podcast tab to get started.